going on? I want to try something different. I'm doing this broadcast a little bit different here normally than how I normally do it. This story reads, a 79-year-old who confessed to killing Bob Marley. Do I believe that? Absolutely, man. I'm telling you. Hey, the CIA, they ruthless. Believe that. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. The motherfuckers are ruthless, man. I'm going to bring y'all that story. I'm about to share my screen with y'all. This is the story. It reads, CIA agent confesses on his deathbed, I killed Bob Marley. Now, United States government, man, got some wicked shit, man. And what it reads is a 79-year-old retired officer of CIA, Bill Oxley. He made a series of stunning confessions since he was admitted to Mercy Hospital in Maine on Monday. In his weeks to live, he claims to have committed 17 assassinations for the American government since 1974 and 1985, including the music icon Bob Marley. Mr. Oxford, who worked for the CIA for 29 years as operative, top-level security clearances, claims he was often used as a hitman for the organization. Do I believe it? Man, hey. Trained as a sniper and a marksman, Mr. Oxley also had a significant experience with more unconventional methods of infliction of harm upon others. Poison, explosion, induced heart attacks, and cancer. We knew our food is all tainted and cancerous and killing us all. The 79-year-old operative claimed he also committed assassination between 1974 and 1985. At the time when he was the CIA, man, he said most of the victims were political activists. Anything that was against the American way of life, union leaders, but also confessed to assassinating a few scientists, medical researchers. Like that cure for AIDS, we looking for the cure for cancer. Yeah, they probably floating in the river. Whoever finds that cure, you're gonna be floating in the river. Anyway, he claims he had no problem from going through the assassination of Bob Marley because I was a patriot. I believed in the CIA. I didn't question the motives of the agency. I've always understood that sometimes sacrifice had to be made. Story reads, the others were assholes. The only one he regretted, he's saying, was Bob Marley. Bob Marley was Bob Marley. I was no closer to being a long-haired, nippy hippie back in them days. He claims to have mixed feelings about Bob Marley's death. He's going to say how he went and go ahead and completed the hit on Bob Marley. He was succeeded in creating a revolution that used music as a more powerful tool than bullets and bombs. Bob Marley in 1976 was a very serious threat to the global status quo and to the hidden power brokers implementing their plan for a new world order. As far as the agency was concerned, Bob Marley was too successful, too famous, too influential, a Jamaican Rastaman who started using his funds and fame to support causes around the world that were direct conflict with the CIA. To be honest, he signed his own death warrant, is what he's going to be saying. Crazy. It's not like I didn't warn him. We sent a few guys to shoot up his house in Kingston, Mr. Oxley says, referring to a shooting in Marley's residence that left the singer injured in the arm and the chest. We had a message for him. We're impressed upon him, the gravity of the situation he found himself in. He didn't listen. 2 days later, in the mountains, I stuck him with a pin. 2 days after Bob Marley was shot in the left arm, the three gunmen who ambushed the singer and some of his crew in his house in Kingston, after the brief stint in the hospital, Bob Marley traveled to the protective hills in the Blue Mountain and spent his highest points in Jamaica rehearsing for an upcoming concert. According to Mr. Oxley, he used his press credentials to gain access to Bob Marley's room, to his Blue Mountains retreat. He introduced himself as a famous photographer. So this CIA agent is posing as a CIA photographer working in the New York Times, Bob Marley, and gave him a gift. I gave him a pair of Converse All-Star sneakers, size 10. When he tried them on, he screamed, ouch. That was it. His life was over. Right there and then, the nail in his shoe was tainted with a cancerous virus and bacteria. If it pierced the skin, which it did, it was good night nurse, what this guy is saying. There's been a series of high-profile assassinations of counterculture figures in the United States in the late 60s and 70s. By the time Bob Marley's time came around, we thought subsequently was the order of no more bullets and no more splattered brains. Mr. Oxley says he kept close contact with Bob Marley during his final years of his life, ensuring the medical advice he retrieved in Paris that he wouldn't listen to him would halted his demise rather than cure him. He died from cancer in 1981. He was only 36 years old. Wow, what a story. What a story, what a story. What a story, what a story. This is the story right here, Bob Marley. This story claims a CIA officer confessed I killed Bob Marley. Unbelievable. I'll be watching this story. I'll pay close attention. I wanted to do this story a little different from you. I'm using Google Hangouts. I got a few guests coming on pretty soon that I'm gonna bring to you. I'm gonna be talking live. Anybody want to be a guest on My Life in the Shy, just go to my life in the shy gmail.com and write me, and I'll bring you guys on as a guest. Peace.